Hello YouTubers, I am Pastor Pipe Smoker, and today we are going to smoke some Captain Black Royal. Now this is pretty much a standard in pipe tobacco, and I'm going to break in my brand new Missouri Meerschaum corncob pipe right here. Let's see, right on the bottom. And I'm pretty excited because over the next week I ordered some really good things. 2 new pipes and some new tobacco flavors, and I'll be kind of reviewing them on here as well. But to break this pipe in, I'm only going to go just at the bottom, just a little bit. Tap in some tobacco. I'm going to tamper it down just a hair, and I just want to. My first pipe smoke on my new pipe, I only want to go down about 1/4 of the way and just smoke that first. Yeah, that's pretty good. On my second, I'm going to go halfway, and then on my third, I'll go the rest of the way. So 3 smokes to break it in. That's the way I break it in. You don't have to break it in. You can break it in whatever you want. That's the way I break it in. So let's give this a little bit of a try. You know, there is a funny story about this. Before I light this, I had a really nice. I shouldn't say nice. It was my first corn cob, but for me it was nice. And on that corn cob, I ended up smoking it, and I didn't know how to smoke pipe, and I burnt the bottom out of the pipe. And you know, everybody likes to keep their first pipe, but not me. I couldn't do it. It wasn't there. So here we go. So that's my char light, my tamper. Now I'm going to use a little Czech tool, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to use these tools. Oh, that's delightful. Captain Black with this new Missouri Meerschaum, it is a really good mix because they're both. They go along together, because the Captain Black is more just like a regular tobacco, kind of what your father or grandfather would have smoked. And then obviously we know that the Missouri Meerschaums are just iconic for their corncob pipes. I can already tell this is going to be just an amazing pipe. Wow. 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 That is amazing. So let me talk about this tamper tool a little bit. If you look at this, this is a Czech. It will even say it right on the tool itself, made in Czech. Mine is right here. Made in Czech. And that is a delightful. This is a delightful smoke. I could just not talk and just smoke this. Wow, that is something. This is a Czech tool, and you have a tamper, you have an aerator, and then you have a scraper right here. Each of these does something different. You know, a tamper is when you're putting pipe tobacco down your pipe. It's also to tamp the ash a little bit. And there. the poker here, or the aerator they call it, you ever, well, maybe you haven't. This is delightful. This is so good. This aerator, sometimes you pack your tobacco too tight down into your pipe. So what you can do with the aerator is go in and actually poke holes in the tobacco so you get some better airflow. If you pack it too tight, don't think you're an amateur. Maybe you are, but you know, everybody learns. Everybody starts somewhere when smoking a pipe. This is so good. This is good. And then this is a scraper, obviously to scrape out your tobacco and get the residue off your pipe after you smoke. And what I like to do after I smoke is to take the stem here off and then just let this all air out together. I clean it with a pipe cleaner and then let it all air out. So I just set it. If you look, here's my Norman Rockwell, and it's just, see, doesn't have the stem on it. It's just sitting here airing out, drying out for the next time that I'll be using it as well. So I'm going to tamp this down a little bit. If you're a beginner pipe smoker, I highly recommend doing the Missouri Meerschaum pipes first. The reason why is because they're extremely inexpensive, but yet they're really great to smoke. And I would also recommend a non-aromatic tobacco. Like this one that I'm smoking is just the Captain Black, and they say, well, that's the bargain tobacco that you find in a drugstore. Listen, this tobacco has a great tin note, and it has a fairly decent room note as well. But the tin note is outstanding. When you smell it, you go, oh, that brings me back. If your grandfather smoked, if your father smoked. It is amazing. So that's what the tool does. I hope that helps a little bit about what the tool does. Now I also have this other one. Actually, what I packed the pipe with, if I can find it here. Oh yeah, there we go. Now this is called a pipe nail, and what this is, as you can see, it's a tamper. And a scraper. Scrape it out. It doesn't have an aerator on it. That's why I got this one. But I have a cool lighter that's coming. It's actually a Barcinelli. And that lighter has all the tools built into it that flip out. Kind of like a Swiss Army knife with a lighter. Soft flame. That's the other thing too, soft flame. What do I use for my lighter right now? I will use a Bic. They work fine, by the way. I prefer sometimes to modify it. Sometimes I take the metal ring off so I don't burn my fingers. I also have this. This is like a $20 Zippo, and what's cool about this is when you light it, you can see that goes on the side. So you can light your pipe. pulls the flame down in. But then you can also use it if you smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke pot. Or weed. Or ganja. Any of those cool names. This is all I do. I just smoke a pipe. I do prefer a pipe that has a filter in it, and there's many filters, and I will do a YouTube video on the various kinds of filters as well, but I won't do that today. And I'll go over what I use as far as filters as well. When I get done, I use one of these pipe cleaners. Just stick it in, run it down. A lot of times I'll let the pipe cool, then I'll take this out, clean this. When I'm doing the cleaning, say like on this pipe, I'll go like this. I'll bend the pipe cleaner up, spin it, pull it out. You can see that I even got some residue. If you're going to be a pipe smoker, it is very important to keep your equipment maintained. Just like you would maintain equipment like your car and anything else. You want to keep the equipment maintained in your pipes. If you keep this well maintained, it will always be pleasurable to be able to smoke a pipe. And by the way, these aren't the kid ones that you build the little animals and everything out of. This is like a hard bristle. And this I bought, it came in like a pack of 300. Very inexpensive, like $6. Speaking of inexpensive, this was only like $8. And this seriously is smoking as good as any other pipes, even my more expensive one, like my Norman Rockwell. I just said that, and the tobacco just went out. Isn't that the luck? I might be down to the bottom because I did, like I said, a quarter bowl on this. I'll light it to see if it... Yeah, this might be down to the bottom. What I like, by the way, Captain Black, you don't really need to dry it out like you do the other, like the aromatics. You really should dry it out. If you guys watched my video from yesterday, you would see that it was very hard to keep that tobacco because I didn't dry it out the right way. I just took it straight out of the tin into pipe, and I had to light it multiple times. I know, I'm not a professional pipe smoker. Oh well. I'm not into snobbery when it comes to, this is just, it's a hobby that you enjoy, however you enjoy it. But I do believe there is a sophistication with pipe smoking, and that, you know, we represent ourselves as gentlemen well, which is that we smoke well, we do well, we open doors for women, our wives, we treat women with respect as gentlemen. Listen, women can smoke pipes too. I'm just saying, I've seen some. Man, they can, some of the women are as good or better than the men at smoking. So I hope that you're able to take time, relax, buy a Missouri Meerschaum, buy some Captain Black. And just relax. Relax. Be a man. Unwind. Sometimes if you're in an argument with somebody or your significant other, this is a good way just to get away, unwind. Think. And then reapproach the subject. This is Pastor Pipe Smoker. Be good to yourself. Be kind to others. And I will see you at the next video.